Okay, I'm gonna play a Jelly Splash because, as you can see, tomorrow it won't be here anymore, I don't think, on August the 6th tomorrow, or it's August the 5th today. So, what I'm gonna do today is what I've done almost every day pretty much for the last 4 to 5 years or so, and that's play the bonus levels, the daily bonus levels on Jelly Splash. So let's begin. We spin this wheel so that it generates 3 of the order levels that I'll play as the bonus levels. And so now we'll start. I always start from the lowest one up, so let's get started. I'm just disabling the power-ups so that it won't be easier than it should be. And now on we go. This is a points-based level where you have to get 75,000 or over points in the amount of moves it gives you, in the amount of moves it allocates you, should I say. Notice how the top middles, well, actually all of the top's blocked off, and that could be, yeah, actually, I might not do this, actually. Unless I'm smart about it, that is. No, I'm not gonna do it at all. Yeah, let's try again. Yeah, I wasn't prepared for running out of jellies so early like that, because I hadn't properly comprehended that the top was completely blocked off like that. I can be slow, but then again, that's possibly because of my OCD, yeah. I know it sounds like I make excuses, but I've had OCD for like over the last 10 years pretty severely, so if you don't want to believe it, that's down to your paranoia, isn't it? And notice now that I've cleared the blockage at the top, and so that means that I'll find it easier from now on, this level, yes. Easier to stay alive and easier to keep racking up the points and all. You might have noticed these jellyfish type things at the top will always spread across the screen any time that I make a move that doesn't involve taking one of them out. They can often keep things challenging, especially when there's squares on the screen where they can be generated. Like when you get squares on the screen which randomly generate things and all. I always like getting 3 or more, matching 3 or more super jellies together, like I'm about to do now, because of how it produces quite a spectacular result, as you'll see now when I do this. How it eliminates 3 rows of jellies in all directions, yes. Yeah, I've done what I was aiming for. I'm gonna get these 4. I was wanting to get at least 4 super jellies together to show you what happens when you manage that. 5 now. 5 don't accomplish any more. 5 don't produce any more of a more powerful power-up than 4 do, but they might give you more points, I'm not sure. Anyway, this is what 4 or more super jellies do. They eliminate all of the jellies on the screen, just like that. Although, you might have noticed I get quite a bit of lag. I don't know whether if it's me that lags or the game that lags. I mean, when I used to play it on less powerful laptops, the game used to be even slower, so maybe the game is kind of surprisingly intensive when it comes to the amount of resources that it uses on the computer. Who knows, really? After all, it does take up a lot of space on mobile phones when you play it on phones. Anyway, on to level 384 now. Out of these bonus levels. On we go. This is a Slime God level, which will scroll down when we manage to eliminate these slime guards up here, because they're round circular slime guards. It means they take 2 hits before they'll be eliminated. It's always satisfying to shoot a load with a super jelly like this, though. And as you just noticed, Dan, because we're in the like 300s now, one of the features on these levels is buttons, and when you press one button in, another that's pressed in will push out, and whatever's on it will push out, and that means you can possibly eliminate the slime guards, or whatever they call them, if one of them's on a button, like so now. Yes, there's times, I think, when that seems to make these levels a lot easier than you get the impression they maybe should be, really. It always helps to try and get big groups of the same colours together. As you might have noticed, that's pretty much my strategy a lot of the time. Two super jellies together shoots across the screen, upwards and downwards, by the way, but only one column, upwards and downwards, yes. Also, shooting another super jelly with a super jelly you're using will cause that super jelly to shoot up and across wise on the screen, even if you're not actually using it, like how the one how this one I'm using now is going to hit that yellow one and make it shoot crossways. These are all things to be mindful of. But Although, as I say, this is possibly the last day this game is going to be on here, so really you're not going to be able to take advantage of my suggestions, are you, Sonny Jim? Oh, and you might have seen these two numbers here. This indicates that you've got to splash 176 jellies in order to complete the level, as well as splatting 40 slime guards, as this says as well. So there's typically more objectives to take care of with these bonus levels than there is with normal levels. I suppose that's because we've already completed these levels once when we were advancing through the game, and so I suppose the game feels like we're more well equipped to take care of extra complications, additional complications, doesn't it? Yes. As you can see, though, I'm getting shockingly low on moves, aren't I? Only 5 moves left. But all these slime guards down below, being oval shaped, will only take 1 hit each, so I suppose it's still doable, this level, even with the 3 moves left that I've got. But it's going to be tight, no matter what. No, I think I'll do it after all. But let's do it spectacularly with the 3 super jellies, because this multicoloured jelly down here, it allows you to extend your move streak. It allows you to extend your streaks with moves, so to speak. Because normally I'd only be able to use these 5 yellow ones, but thanks to this multicoloured one, I can then come out of it onto a different colour, like these greens here. Because you can't normally do that if there's no multicoloured jelly like that one just then. Anyway, let's listen to this music here. Because with how the game's coming to an end, well, we won't be hearing this music anymore, will we? So it's nice to have it on record, I suppose you could say. Now, level 507 we go. This seems to be a colour match level. These can often be quite hard. This seems to be a kind of Aztec themed level with how we're in the 500s now, where when one of the eyes opens on these clusters of blocks, you have to match a colour next to the eye opened block in order to eliminate it, so that another will open, and then you take care of that one, and then when you've managed it all with these, the whole cluster disappears, essentially making the level less challenging. It's all part of the strategy to consider, my sons and daughters. And there's buttons as well, as you can see, to overcomplicate things further. Well, yes, I digress. What you've got to do here is match a certain amount of colours together. 6 sets I've done, and I've only got 12 moves right now to do it in. So it's quite a tall order ahead of me, isn't it? But alas, I just matched those greens together, so now I'm matching these 6 plus blues together. And as you can see, after I've matched 9 pinks together, or purple, will still be greens to do, since you can see the slight shape of a green behind this purple one. But as you can see, the purples are spread all over the place, so getting 9 together will probably be easier said than done. Getting pretty close now though, aren't I? Yes, I can match 9 purples together now. Or more than 9 actually, if you want to be pedantic. And I can match 5 green, well 6 like this as well. Always best to be mindful of about your moves, potentially pressing buttons when you do your moves, because of how it can change the it can kind of change how the level playing fields allow jellies to fall into it, kind of. I know I'm not making any sense, am I? Well, then again, I'm hardly a charismatic giant after all. Oh, well, I was pretty close there, wasn't I? Got to the last combination of colours that I need, but as you can see, I'm not going to do it. With how there isn't even 11 purple yet jellies on screen. Still, better luck next time. Next time as in now. It might help that we've been able to get the first combination of colours with our first move like we just did then. Oh, and something I'm going to show you now is that it might look like here, if I get these, I'll only match 5 blues, doesn't it? But there's a blue there on the button that will push out when I match these 5 blues, which will result in 6 blues overall, which will result in a successful match, as you can see now. You'll see, I'm on to the next combination now. By the way, it indicates a block has been taken care of on these clusters when it has the kind of squiggly pattern on it like this, by the way. noticed that there's these dummy-shaped jellies on the screen as well, which, well, actually they must be mushroom-shaped jellies, because if you let the time expire on them, they'll shoot out mushrooms all over the place, which will block the screen in various places and complicate matters further. And the time goes down each time you make a move without taking care of these mushroom-shaped jellies. So because it'll explode with our next move, it's probably prudent to take care of it now. So here we go. Like so. Yes. Doesn't believe in making it easy for me to match these purple jellies, does it? No, I'm not gonna do it now. Only 4 moves to go and still 4 combinations to get. Shame, isn't it? In fact, only now I can do it, I think. Now that there's finally 9 of the purples all together, like you just saw just then. I'm fast running out of lives though, as you can see, aren't I? Only 2 left. It'll be a shame if I can't get all these bonus levels done on the last day of the game, won't it? And what's definitely probably going to be my last ever Jelly Splash video. Yes. Crying shame indeed. Not too many moves available at the moment, is there? Sometimes this kind of thing has made me feel like the game cheats at times in the past when often there'll only be like 1 possible move available to do on levels, and how none of them will take you any closer to achieving your goals. Makes me wonder in a way if that kind of thing puts people off this game, when there's times when it just isn't possible to do the levels because of the sheer lack of choice of moves available. Since this is a match-free game and all, where the minimum amount of colours you can match together in order to make a move is free. Toy Blast allows you to make a move if there's just 2 of the same colour together, but alas, this isn't Toy Blast, is it? I'm thinking maybe I should be careful to try not to press the buttons so often with my moves, but alas, lots of the levels have different strategies which you would pretty much need to use to complete them, and I find the strategies you need to use aren't always clearly evident from the get-go. That's a lot of purples you need to match together, isn't it? 9, especially given the cramped conditions and all. Yeah, seems like I'm not gonna do it. Still, at least I'm showing you how to get rid of a cluster of these blocks like I just did just then. So it seems like my last video for Jelly Splash ends on a sour note. But anyway, for the last time in my videos, let's listen to the main game theme right now. And with that, I bid the game and all of you farewell, my friends. Goodbye.